white jerseys, Oregon across the chest. Here we go. Colin Clark against Kaysen Taggart. First pitch of the ball game is a little down, a little in as we get started right on time. 2:05 first pitch, 69 degrees and partly cloudy out. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous Saturday afternoon.
Spring Eugene weather doesn't get better than this.
A ball and no strikes. Taggart swings over the top of a changeup, and Clark evens the count 1-1.
Kaysen Taggart, 345 average, hitting this leadoff spot for the Huskies for a reason. And the transfer just had a great year.
1 for 4 yesterday, struck out twice. And Clark misses a little down, a little away, went back to the changeup.
And Coach Waz, what he's been talking about, and what they've been working on with the pitchers is just throwing strikes, throwing it over the plate.
Clark, one of the better walk rates on this Oregon team. See, zips in a slider on the outside, 2-2. For Clark, just 19 walks in his 59 innings. Here, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Taggart, a guy that walks a lot. He's got 42 of them this year. 2-2. Little chopper to first. It goes wide of the first base bag, foul, and we'll do it again.
Just early on that swing. Wants to start off the game right for the Huskies. He only had 3 hits yesterday. Can he get one here?
2 balls, 2 strikes. The leadoff hitter, Taggart, no score here in the top of the first. Clark from just below the belt, the 2-2. Grounded into the shift. Cooney goes to a backhand, knocks off of him. He throws off his back foot to first. It's not in time as Taggart's on with an infield single.
That's a tough play to make if you're Cooney. Backhand ranging to your right. Just eats him up a little bit. Almost made a play at first with Walsh, but wasn't there. And there's a runner on for the Huskies already.
You mentioned it, just 3 hits yesterday. And here, 1 batter, 1 knock for Washington. Good news for the Ducks, they do have a pretty fresh bullpen. Of course, you want Colin Clark to go deep into this game, but Oregon had to use just 2 relievers for an inning apiece yesterday. Here's A.J. Guerrero, who swings over the first pitch slider. Strike 1.
Guerrero, that first pitch slider just kind of shows like what type of hitter he is. The fastball, he can mash it, but when he gets a breaking ball, it's when things start to be a little bit troubled.
Guerrero hitting .328, 8 homers. 0-1. Fouled back to the screen. Guerrero got a good cut at a fastball. 0-2.
In the last year versus the Ducks, 6 for 11 on the series. So he knows PK Park. He knows how to hit here.
No balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Taggart with good speed on first. 0-2. Hit high and deep to left field. Arrows in front of the track. Circles up, makes the catch for the first out.
Solid swing for Guerrero. Just won't find any grass or any open space. I mean, Anson Arrows just takes a simple step back. Gets that first out for Colin Clark.
Here's DiCarlo, the shortstop. .293 hitter, 8 homers, 23 driven in. Hitting out of the 3 spot, a guy that has so much experience against these Ducks. 27 at-bats in his career against Oregon. First pitch with Taggart on first. DiCarlo takes down and away.
Him and Guerrero. 1-2 punch at this 2 and 3 spot in the Dogs lineup.
Guerrero, it's kind of par for the course with what he's done for his career, but DiCarlo, I mean, it's a complete breakout season. After hitting 200, just 4 homers last year, everything up for DiCarlo. 1-0. Line drive left field, Arrows tracking it, but it bounces in front of him for a base hit. He'll fire it in quickly to second, but Taggart beats the throw. And 2 singles, 3 hard hit balls in the first inning for Washington.
And right when we say how good of a breakout year he's been having, gets a single right there. And DiCarlo's really taken the opportunity under the new head coach, Eddie Smith, to really break out. And in that 3 spot all year, he's been one of the best clutch hitters and just best pure hitters in general.
So an early chance for Washington. They got a runner on third in the first inning yesterday after a single and an errant pickoff throw. Here, first and second just went out. Clark to the plate to Hotchkiss, misses up high with the fastball 1-0. Hotchkiss 252, 4 homers, 23 batted in. Ahead in the count, a ball and no strikes. Oregon's infield shifted towards the left, a big hole on the right side of the infield. Hotchkiss takes a strike.
The freshman hitting in the 4 spot just goes to show how much trust Eddie Smith has in him. I mean, he was the #2 recruit in the state of Washington. So really getting his chance in his first year.
A ball and a strike, 2 on for the Huskies here in the first. Clark to the plate. Misses outside, went back to the slider, 2-1. Just 1 out here in the top of the first. Pair of singles and a hard line out for Washington. 2-1. Misses away, 3-1.
Hasn't been as poignant with that slider as he's wanted to. Missed back-to-back now, just on that outside part of the plate.
3 balls and a strike. Clark in danger of walking the bases loaded. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. Fastest fastball of the day so far from Clark. 87 above the letters, and Hotchkiss whiffed through it. Count is full.
You heard the grunt from up here.
See if the runners decide to go on 3-2. 1 out in the inning. Both stay. The 3-2. Down and away, ball 4. The bases are loaded for Washington here in the first.
That is a veteran take from Hotchkiss. Just didn't swing at any of those breaking balls. And Clark now in a situation.
Oregon's going to play the corners up and the middle back in double play depth. The speedy Malachi Knight at the dish. Leads the team in steals with 22. So he's going to be hard to double up if he were to hit a ball on the ground. First pitch from Clark. Down and away, ball 1.
The Huskies, they can score in a multitude of ways here, but they've been really privy to the bunt. Bunting, playing some small ball, getting a run across. Ducks need to be aware of that.
1-0. Drops a changeup to the outside corner, 1-1. Quickly, Oregon's going to get some action in its bullpen. Will Sanford will trot out. And him and Zach Justice, the catcher, I mean, really sprinting out from the dugout. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the first. The 1-1 tonight. Outside, 2-1.
Hasn't been able to really spot that breaking ball yet.
No score here in the top of the first, but the bases loaded for the Huskies, just 1 out. 2 balls and a strike tonight. Swing and a miss over a slider, 2-2.
That's a confidence-building slider for Colin Clark. Just gets the swing and the miss. First swing and the miss of the day on that pitch. You'll see the Duck making friends with the fans.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases still loaded for Washington. Clark's 2-2. Got it. Went back to the slider, doubled up. It fell even further on the outside, and a big out number 2 for Colin Clark.
That's a swing and a miss he's been looking for this whole inning. Malachi Knight just reaches for that one. Need to be more disciplined there. Can't let that one eat you up.
But not out of the woods yet. Colton Bowers got good power, 6 homers on the year. He's driven in 20 runs. Oregon's infield gets to play at regular depth now. Still a big hole on the right side. First pitch to the catcher. Line drive left field. That's going to drop in a base hit. Coming home to score is Taggart. Guerrero getting in the wave. Arrows his throw. The tag from Meggers, and it's dropped at the plate. Both runs come home to score. Now the runner's going to try for third. There's the tag, and they got it. .392 ERA. The strikeout to walk ratio 33 to 23. He's been pretty solid overall. First pitch, Mason Neville goes hacking, taps it to the right side. 2 big hops. Cole throws him out at first, and a good start for Jackson Thomas.
Neville aggressive early. That's a big out to get. Can't let that dangerous hitter get on base.
That'll bring up Dominic Hellman. Hellman, 290, 11 homers, 40 driven in. Missed the last week, but had a 2-hit game in the final game of the series against Michigan State. First pitch from Thomas. Hellman takes the fastball at the knees, strike one. 2-0 Washington. A 2-run single from Colton Bauer gave Washington its lead. 0-1. Hellman, a chopper to short. 2 hops again. DiCarlo to a backhand, slings it over to first, and there's 2 down on just 3 pitches.
The scouting report for Thomas is that fastball and that changeup. He likes to kind of do both of those, and the changeup just going to get the soft contact, and that's why the 2 groundouts have already been induced in 2 early outs.
3 pitches, 2 down. Here's Jacob Walsh. 330 hitter, 16 homers, 53 driven in. That 53 RBI mark leads the team. First pitch, down and away with the fastball, 1-0. Fastball changeup, that's what we saw last night from Oregon's Grayson Grinsell. Similar to the repertoire for Thomas. 1-0 is looked like a cutter almost on the inside, 1-1.
Yeah, different fastballs he can go to. Yeah, the changeup and the fastball, it just one of the best 1-2 pitches in baseball.
1-1 is a little outside. 2-1. Two to nothing. Washington leads early in this one, but 2 down quickly for the Ducks. Walsh into center field. Knight has a play on it. Positioned perfectly for the 3rd out. So after Washington puts up a pair in the first inning, the Ducks go down 1, 2, 3 in short fashion.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
That's massive. Almost 400 is unheard of.
First pitch, and Smith takes a breaker for strike 1. Yeah, he's been fantastic after missing about a month and a half early in the year with an injury. Has resumed his spot in the middle of the Oregon order. He's been great. 2 straight sliders, 2 straight strikes from Thomas. Ahead in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Thomas to the plate against Smith. A little low. Went back to the slider, couldn't front door him.
And that breaking ball going.
1-2. Smith past the third base bag, fair. Goes all the way into the corner before Witten's able to dig it out. Smith looking for second. He's going to have 2 easily. And he's now 15 for 31 with a pair of doubles in his career against the Huskies.
That's a hot shot down the line. Way to just stay within. Just really pinpoint it down that left field line. And that's a 389 average coming out, Austin. Gets that nice stand-up double to lead off things.
A runner in scoring position, the first hit of the day for the Ducks, sends up Anson Arrows, who had a great day yesterday. 3 for 4, his first 3-hit game in about 2 months. Drove in a run as well. 14 homers this year for Arrows. 46 driven in. First pitch. Arrows squares to bunt, pulls back, takes off the outside for ball 1.
Wilson at third, just ready for it. Arrows when he swings a bat. He can do some damage.
Had homers in 3 straight games before the St. Mary's series. 1-0. Arrows takes a backdoor slider called strike 1. When he hits him, he hits him in bunches. So, be prepared. 1-1. Arrows grounds one to the right side. Over for 2 hops is Taggart. Arrows does his job, moves Smith up to third.
Solid situational hitting. Just get a pitch they can at least get on the ground, advance the runner. And now a sack fly can score a run. Multiple ways to get Drew Smith home.
I think Oregon trusts its offense, especially the deeper they get into this Washington bullpen. So you can play for a run here. You don't have to drive in. You know, Maloney doesn't have to hit a ball over the fence. First pitch, swings and misses over a slider. 0-1. All that to say, you can put a ball in play and make something happen. A ball past the infield likely scores the speedy Smith from third. Oh, 1. Maloney takes down low, a ball and a strike. Chase Meggers is also starting to swing it. He's on deck.
Getting that start today instead of Berkeley Mabius. Had a good series versus St. Mary's.
1-1 over the top of a changeup. 1-2. Maloney, 309 hitter, 13 homers. He's driven in 39 runs. I mean, basically mirroring his freshman season, where he was one of the best freshmen in the nation. He's continued it. He's one of the best shortstops in the nation as a sophomore. 1-2. A little bit high with the fastball. 2-2.
What's even better for him is he's a local kid, went to Thurston High School, just about a couple, 10-15 minutes away in Springfield, Oregon. So he grew up watching the Ducks, and now he gets to put on a show.
2-2. Slider down and away. Maloney works the count full.
It's not a competitive enough slider from Thomas. Maloney way to battle back after two swings and misses in this at-bat.
Runner on third, one down. The 3-2. Maloney lines one softly into left field, base knock. Coming home to score is Smith. Maloney takes a wide turnaround first, but he cuts the lead in half with an RBI single. It's 2-1.
Good swing of the bat from Maloney and found the perfect sweet spot. You'll see Blake Wilson just diving full way out. Gotta respect the effort, but not enough. There's a run on the board for the Ducks.
Here's Chase Meggers, up to 230 this year after a 2-for-3 day against St. Mary's on Wednesday. Had one of the bigger hits in the game, bases loaded. Oregon was up by 1. Hit a little chopper that he beat out, and then Carter Garade came home on the play as well. It was the second of 2 runners that scored on an infield single. First pitch, and he takes it down and in, ball 1.
3 for 11 last year versus UW in Seattle, 5 RBIs. He was a honorable mention All Pac-12 in 2024.
2 of those hits last year against Washington went for extra bases, a homer and a double. He was fantastic. A ball and no strikes to him here with Maloney on first. Meggers, it's it the other way, but backwards, 1-1. When Meggers is swinging it right, you'll see a lot of balls the other way. Everything to left center. He had a line drive single late in the game against St. Mary's that went the other way.
It was a solid approach.
It's what Oregon fans got so used to seeing when he was in the leadoff spot last year. Don't often see a catcher hitting leadoff with great on-base skills, great speed, but Meggers will do just that when he's right. 1-1. Down and away, 2-1.
Yeah, it's such a unique thing to have. Just a catcher that can kind of hit in that leadoff spot. Like you said, it is quite unusual, but all the catchers on this Ducks team can do everything.
Two balls and a strike to him here. Maloney runs. Meggers goes the other way towards the left field line and deep. Witten to the track. He makes the catch as it started to carry on him. And Maloney will have to retreat towards first.
Just got a bit too under that one. Solid swing and not terrible contact. And that will be the second out for UW.
So a lot more loud contact this inning for Oregon. Drew Smith led off with a double, and then Maddox Maloney, his RBI single. That's where we stand now. Here's Ryan Cooney, squares to bunt on the first pitch, takes it back, and takes strike 1. Cooney hitting .336, 3 homers. He's driven in 41 runs, hitting basically exclusively out of the 8 spot of the lineup. 0-1. Slider. Called the strike on the outside. Nothing in 2.
And out of that 8 spot, he's hitting .335. So talk about a solid bat at the bottom of your lineup.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. See if Maloney decides to run. He does not. Cooney strikes out swinging.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Arrows 0 for 1 had a productive out back in the second. First pitch he sees here is tapped to foul. Nothing in 1.
The Ducks just staying aggressive. Have swing at most first pitches they see, especially when they're within hitting range.
0-1. Arrows swings through a fastball. Up and on the outer half, nothing in 2. From the windup, Thomas. The 0-2 pitch. Down and in with that cutter, 1 and 2. Huskies 2, Ducks 1. Bottom of the 4th inning. 1-2. Arrows swings and misses, strike 3.
Strikeout number 3 on the day for Thomas. Arrows swung through it, didn't really complete the swing either, so not the most complete, but good way to sit down the first batter of the inning for Jackson Thomas.
That'll bring up Maddox Maloney, who has Oregon's only RBI of the game. An RBI single back in the second. First pitch, Maloney takes it off the inside, 1-0. I think Bauer just like backhanded that ball off the inside. It's a weird place to try to backhand a baseball. 1-0. Maloney. Soft pop-up left center field. Knight and Witten converging. It's the center fielder that makes the catch for the second out.
Got the pop-up to go. And Thomas making some quick work so far in this bottom of the 4th.
Here's Chase Meggers, who flew out to deep left field in his first time up, just in front of the warning track. It was a good-looking swing, and it's hard for Chase right now, I'm sure, to be hitting .227, but the swings have gotten so much better. First pitch fastball skips in, 1-0.
Yeah, and it's definitely a frustrating feeling when you go from, you know, having the year you had last year, those got the accolades of hitting leadoff. It's not necessarily the same role, but making the most of his opportunities, as you saw in the midweek versus St. Mary.
He's a veteran. He's might be the best defensive catcher in the conference. He's so solid back there. He's got a cannon of a right arm. 2-0. Meggers line drive right field. That's a good swing and a good result for the Duck catcher.
That was some crisp Oregon water contact from Chase Meggers. He's got the sweet spot. Love when you hear the metal bat just reverberate throughout the park. Good way to get on, extend this inning a bit more.
That'll bring up Brian Cooney. .333 his average now after an 0 for 5 start to the series, which means he's due with how good he's been. First pitch nearly hits him as he has to duck under it.
Yeah, get down.
Yeah, we saw Maloney get up earlier. Cooney here has to get down. It's like a game of Twister.
Generational game.
1-0. Cooney down the left field line sharply but foul. 1-1.
Leads the team with his batting average. Also coming off that co-Big Ten Player of the Week.
Was so good in Oregon series at Michigan State and in the midweek against Oregon State. A ball and a strike to him here. Cooney goes the other way and flares it foul, 1-2. Two to 1. Washington leads here in the fourth. Game 2 of a 3-game set. The third and fifth place teams in the 17-team Big Ten. Runner goes from first. He had a huge jump, and it hits Cooney. You feel bad for Chase Meggers because his steal's taken away by the hit by pitch.
That sequence was one of the more odd things. I mean, I just see Chase, I see Chase Meggers just running down to second. No one's doing anything. It's like the world stopped. I look back at home plate, and Ryan Cooney, well, he gets hit right in the elbow guard. That's why you wear those. Good investment.
So a big spot for Carter Garate. 6 for 16, 4 doubles and a homer in his career against Washington. Him and Drew Smith have been terrific. First pitch. Garate, high chopper up the middle. Onto the second base bag. The shortstop DeCarlo fields, double clutches, throws wide. It goes towards the Oregon dugout. Meggers scores. Going up to third is Cooney, and into second is Carter Garate, and we're tied at 2. Looks like they're going to at least set up to pitch to him. See if Neville gets anything to hit. 2 on, 2 out. We're tied at 2. First pitch. Neville takes down and away. Good block by Bauer. Neville second on the team with 52 driven in. Leads the team in walks. He tied Oregon's single season walk record yesterday. A testament to how good he's been in growing his patience. 1-0, goes the other way, towards the line and left. Back is Witten, at the track, foul.
Good swing from Mason Neville. I was saying this about Dom Hellman earlier. When you see the ball just go off his bat, you just have to sit and watch and just cuts in front of that foul pole.
But you can feel the energy rise in this crowd. Oregon has tied it at 2 here in the fourth after an infield single and an error. 2 on, both in scoring position, 2 out, 1-1. Neville takes down low, 2-1.
This is pivotal for the Huskies. Jackson Thomas, you can get out of this one. It'll be a big stop in the momentum for Oregon.
2-1. Up and in, nearly hits Neville. Now see if he gets anything to hit on 3-1. Cooney on third, Garate on second, Dominic Hellman on deck. 2 down in the inning. Already a run home for the Ducks. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Thomas dangles the arm, now comes set. To the plate with the 3-1. Neville down the right field line, fair! Kicks up against the sidewall, 2 runs will score. Neville cruises to second base, he's in standing. A 2-run double. It's 4-2.
Golden Spikes with the golden bat. Finds that right field line. Little kick up from that side wall. Mason Neville, one of the scariest men in college baseball.
So here's Dominic Hellman. First pitch, Hellman attacks, hits it high in the air. Bauer, the catcher, drops the mask by the screen. Makes a tough catch for the 3rd out. First pitch to him. Misses down and away, ball 1.
Since that first inning, Colin Clark, been on autopilot, been faring well.
This is just pitch number 51 for Clark, and it's strike one to Cole.
And the numbers are so interesting. I mean, we saw yesterday Grinsell throw 7 innings around 120 mark. That's 50.
It's a chopper off of Cole. 1 and 2. 3 strikeouts already for Clark. It's not. He's got really good strikeout stuff, but you're not going to see, 11, 12 K per 9 like you do with Grayson Grinsell, with Jason Wrights. But what Clark does, he controls 3 to 4 pitches. He does not walk hitters. He'll get you outs. Everything Oregon has wanted in its Saturday starter. 1-2 to Cole. Grounded to second right at Ryan Cooney. And there's one down in the inning.
Good pitch to get the soft contact for the ground out. And like you said, yeah, he doesn't walk a lot of guys, and that's something that the pitching staff and Coach Blake Hawksworth really emphasizes. Throw strikes, get things over the plate. Let the defense, which is first in the Big Ten, do the rest.
Here's Cooper Witten, 0 for 1, a ground out to Maddox Maloney in his first at bat. That came back in the second. First pitch is a slider, strike one. Oregon turned a 2-1 deficit to a 4-2 lead in the bottom of the 4th inning. That's where we stand, top 5. 0-1. A little bit low, 1-1. I saw Colin Clark pitch this summer for a team in your neck of the woods.
Oh, really?
Conejo Oaks.
Oh.
Right, that's
yeah.
It's around you. Calabasas.
Little Thousand Oaks area.
Yeah. Ball and a strike. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. And this is exactly the Colin Clark that I saw that day. He went, let's see, 7 shutout innings, 8 strikeouts, no walks, 3 hits in what ended up being the championship game. A ball and 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch. Witten lunges, pops it right side, foul. How about this crowd here at PK?
Yeah, we got all the stands. Every seat looking pretty filled, actually.
I didn't even realize until that last glimpse out, but it's a full house.
Oh yeah, and you can hear it as well. The resounding claps from all these Ducks fans.
1-2. Hit high and deep left field. Arrows turns at the wall. He will leap. It is gone. Cooper Witten continues to destroy the Ducks. He's got his 2nd homer of the year, his 3rd in 2 years against these Ducks, and it's 4-3.
And right as we were just talking about the claps from the Ducks crowd, not many claps for that one. Cooper Witten with a great piece just to left center. Off that Bimart marquee.
Yeah, that was not a cheapie. Here's Blake Wilson, who's 0 for 1. First pitch is right there from Clark. Nothing in 1.
Yeah. As we said this earlier, Witten, historically the Ducks killer.
That ball was crushed.
It's a really good swing.
Pitch number 60 is another left side foul over by the Washington dugout. 0-2. Just the 3rd hit Clark has allowed, and the first since the 1st inning. Set down 10 straight at one point.
At that point, that's just a pitch that just didn't come out the right way, and you just left it a bit over the plate.
0-2. Ooh. Nasty slider. Meggers records the putout. Strikeout number 4 for Colin Clark.
That was a nice wiffle ball slider, just in the dirt. Way to bounce back after giving up that solo shot.
It's not often you get a guy to swing at a pitch that's 1.5 feet in front of home plate. But that is a really good pitch on 1-2 from Clark. Here's Kaysen Taggart. Flips the lineup card over. First pitch. Taggart takes a changeup, down and away, 1-0. Pitch count is still low for Clark. It's a 1-run Oregon lead. (1-0). Taggart takes in the dirt, gets to the backstop, 2-0.
Taggart, the transfer, and he's played against the Ducks before, not for the purple and gold, but for the red and silver of the Washington State Cougars. Making a cross-state move.
2-0. Taggart hits this one well, right center field. Smith back. This one is no doubt gone. We're tied at 4.
Two pitches, 2 mistakes for Colin Clark. Kaysen Taggart, we're talking about him transferring here and hitting that leadoff spot and everything. And that's why. What a swing of the bat. Like you said, no doubter.
Here's AJ Guerrero, the guy who's second place in Husky home runs all time. First pitch misses way outside, 1-0.
The Husky dugout all standing up now and hyped up after tying the game back up.
Ball and no strikes. Guerrero 0 for 2 today. Strike 1.
Just on the slider. Guerrero. He's going to go fastball hunting.
1-1. Down and away. Clark went back to that slider, missed off the outside. 2-1. 4-4 now the score. Home runs in the inning from Witten and Taggart. Tie the game after Oregon took the lead in the 4th. Here's a pitch that misses down low. 3-1.
2-1. Good to go back to the breaking ball.
3 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Line the other way, foul. Sure, Washington also has eyes on the USC game, which is going on right now, and USC trailing by 4. They had one of their best pitchers, Caden Aoki, on the mound, and he kind of got lit up. So USC, after taking a 3-1 lead, is now down 7-3. 3-2 here. Line drive right field, tough play. Smith back to his left at the track, reaches down, crashes into the wall, and makes the catch to end the inning. The only guy in this starting lineup who was here in the 2022 season. 3-4-5 due up for the Ducks against Thomas. First pitch, Walsh takes up and away, ball 1.
He's a strong guy as well. The bat speed and just the exit velo.
Ooh, big time swing and a miss. Nothing, or 1-1.
That was a filthy breaking ball from
Yeah.
Thomas. That's, don't know what you'd classify that as, but it's got a little bit of north-south, or southwest.
1-1, Walsh. Wow. Over the tank in right center. Home run number 17 for the King gives Oregon the lead back, 5-4.
Moonshot isn't really a proper way to describe that. Jacob Walsh, get into it, yeah. That is unreal power. We're talking about what he can produce with his strength, and that's it.
Here's Drew Smith. First pitch up high, ball one. There are cars out there that are starting to scurry. Get out! 1-0. Up high. 2-0.
Someone's going to have a fun conversation with their insurance. Get that windshield right.
5-4 Oregon. Here's the 2-0 to Smith. There's a slider, strike one. He's hit some big-time moonshots in his career. That one of them. 2-1 misses up and away, 3-1. He hit one a couple weekends ago that hit off the backside of the tank out in right center. That one was just an absolute light tower shot. 3-1. Smith in off the fist to first. Taggart scoots to his right and goes to first. One down.
And there might be some conversation. Maybe we should name that right field area Jacob Walsh's right field. I don't know. I'm not great at naming things, but the amount of baseballs he's hit into that parking lot, off the building, it's probably an absurd amount, probably more than you'd think.
Home run number 57 of the career of Jacob Walsh. The all-time leader extends it. Here's Anson Arrows. First pitch, hard grounder to second. Cole was right there, 2 down. Five to 4 Oregon leads. 4 of the Ducks' runs have come in the last 2 innings. Here's Maddox Maloney. Maloney, 1 for 2, an RBI single that started the scoring back in the second, then a flyout in the fourth. First pitch at the knees with a fastball on the outside, strike one. There's some action in the Ducks bullpen, as is there in Washington's. Looks like a lefty throwing for the Ducks, a righty throwing for the Huskies. Maloney swings through maybe a changeup. He was out in front, nothing in 2.
And what a way for Thomas to give up that home run, then settle back in, get 2 ground outs to that right side.
0-2. Maloney grounds this one to the left side, foul. The single season program home run record coming into the year before Neville shattered it was 18. The Ducks have 5 hitters that could realistically make a run at that, depending on how deep they go. Maloney, who's one of them, takes up and in 1 and 2. Because Arrows has 14, Maloney has 13, Walsh now has 17, and Hellman has 11. 5 players with double-digit homers. 1-2. Maloney in off the fists, foul to the left side. Yeah. We'll do it again.
And this offensive season from the Ducks, it's unreal to think about. I mean, they have 90 now 92 home runs, slugging at an unreal percentage. Extra base hits out the wazoo.
1-2, fouled back, and we'll do it again. Even in the early to mid 2010s when Oregon was competing for national championships, getting to super regionals, the Ducks weren't necessarily a power hitting team. Mark Wazikowski has come in and completely changed that.
It's a new brand, new time for Ducks baseball.
1-2 to Maloney. Outside with a slider. 2-2.
Yeah, and a lot of that, which what Wazikowski was saying, was the commitment to the weight room that all of them have made. And I mean, it shows when you're hitting moonshots into the near Pape field.
2-2. This one a moonshot left field, but that goes about as far foul as it did out. So Oregon, before Wasikowski came, the single-season home run record was 48. The Ducks hit 56 in 2021, 75 in 2022, 101 in 2023, and then 98 last year. Like you mentioned, that numbered 92 this year. 2-2. Maloney down the left field line towards the corner, hooking foul.
Had to flinch a little for those fans on that paddock. Hot shot off Maloney.
And this will be pitch number 10 of the at-bat between Maloney and Thomas. Pitch count relatively low for Thomas. This will be pitch number 77 from the windup. His 2-2 pitch to Maloney. Down and away. Pitch number 11 coming up.
It's a good battle in this bottom of the fifth. Maloney can draw a walk. I mean, that's going to be a bit crushing for Thomas.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ball 4. Good at bat from Maloney. Extends the inning. Just the first walk for Oregon hitters.
Surprising when you're thinking about a team that are one of the best at walking in the Big Ten. A little conversation between Bowers and Thomas. The bullpen, 2 arms continue to get ready.
Chase Meggers has had 2 good at-bats today. Batting average up to 237 after a 1-for-2 start to his day. Had a really hard-hit single to right in his last at-bat. First pitch, up and away with a fastball, 1-0. It's Josh Emanuels, who's got a lot of history against the Ducks, warming up in Washington's bullpen. For Oregon, it's Santi Garcia. Maloney with 10 steals. He's yet to be caught stealing. He's on first. Throw over, and he's back in safely. 5-4 Oregon leads. The Ducks have doubled Washington's hit production, but the Huskies scored on 2 homers and what ended up scoring after an error. 1-0. Meggers. Ouch.
That one's a hard one to take. Just gonna walk it off though. Looks okay at the end of his walk.
He's a tough cookie. He's had his fair share of balls hit back at him behind the plate. Shin burners like that.
Playing catcher's a real physical toll on you.
1-1 is another throw over. Five to 4 Oregon leads here in the 5th. A ball and a strike to Meggers and another throw over. Oregon fans making some noise. They want to see Chase Meggers hit. And another throw over.
And the PK faithful making their opinions heard. Thomas just doing his thing, tuning it out.
1-1. Meggers takes a pitch on the back door, 1-2. In his career, he's been a good hitter with 2 strikes. He's been very productive. He protects well. He goes the other way well. And he'll have to do that here. 1 ball and 2 strikes after Maloney won the 11-pitch battle. Meggers in a 1-2 hole. Here's the pitch. Up and out. 2-2.
For a lefty that can go to left field, there's a sizable gap on the left part of that infield.
And left center as well. Another throw over, the 4th of the at-bat. After Ansonero's grounded out, Thomas was at just 67 pitches. Now this is pitch number 83. 2-2. Meggers fouls it off. So an 11-pitch battle between him and Maloney, and then Meggers will see at least 6 pitches in this frame.
And a contrast from the beginning of the game when the Ducks were aggressive and kind of getting a lot in the field and swinging. Now they're picking their pitches, fouling off.
You throw in the throwovers, Thomas is up near 100 pitches today. Of course, that's not exactly how that works.
Yeah, not the same home to, or mound to home to mound to first.
2-2, Meggers into right field, base hit. Maloney was going on the pitch. He'll ease into third base, and Chase Meggers has a 2-hit day.
And that's a resounding applause from the fans here at PK Park. Long battle. And Meggers, 2 for 3 now. Like you said, Jackson Thomas has been worked.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Garade Neville Hellman after a long wait. Garade 2 for 2 today. First pitch, up and away, ball 1.
And Emmanuel's last year pitching against the Ducks. Made his first appearance at home after 3 months gone. And he retired all 3 batters he faced.
1-0. Garade in the air, shallow left center. DeCarlo back, but it's going to be Witten, the left fielder, who makes the catch for the first out. Yeah, I remember that. I was there with John Evans covering that series for Duck Territory, and it was really cool to see because he's a guy that means a lot to this program, and they were all aware of that coming into the weekend.
And he was, last year when he got the chance to pitch, I mean, he was good. He had a 1.17 ERA, only 5 appearances, so not necessarily the biggest sample size, but still made his presence known. And 4-year senior, been here for 5 because of the red shirt.
Here's Mason Neville, who had a 2-run double to equalize, or to give Oregon the lead in the 4th. Here he takes a fastball a little bit low, ball 1. In the 6th inning, Oregon leads 5-4, looking to make it 6 straight wins, an inch closer to first place in the Big Ten. With a win today, the Ducks would sit just 2.5 back of first place Iowa. 1-0. Neville watches a fastball sail up and away, 2-0. See if Neville can put a charge into one. He slammed a double back in the 4th. He had a foul home run in that same at-bat. But he hasn't homered yet this series. A little bit away, 3-0.
Leaves that fastball outside. See if Neville just keeps it bat on the shoulder if he's going.
They're going to send Wilson, the third baseman, into left field. So now they're playing 4 outfielders. 3-0. Neville hits it high and deep. Left center field. Witten at the track. Goodbye! Home run number 25, and he does it on a 3-0 pitch. 6-4 Ducks.
You can make the defensive adjustments all you want. Mason Neville just going to leave the yard. What a job, what a player, what a year.
Spikes him. Look at this swing. A little bit below the knees. The bat path just perfect for what he needs there. Here's Tom Hellman. First pitch, hanging slider, misses up high, ball 1. Did it on 3-0.
Yeah, he definitely had the green light.
I don't know why you pitch to him anymore. A double and a homer in his last 2 plate appearances. 1-0. Hellman goes the other way, shoots this one hard out to right field. Hotchkiss watches it crash over the top of the wall. Hellman's going to have to stick it first. That ball was smoked off his bat, and the Ducks are teeing off here in the 6th.
They're getting great swings. They're batting around. 11 hits on the day, resulting in 6 runs. Electric offense all throughout the season. Full display on this Saturday at PK.
The 41st home run in 2 seasons for Mason Neville. A season in 3 quarters. Let's call it what it is. Here's Jacob Walsh, who homered earlier today. First pitch. Walsh takes a little bit low. Ball 1.
And talking with Coach Wazakowski earlier in the week about what Mason Neville's done to have this amazing season. And he said resoundingly, dedication to the weight room, his accountability. And hitting a home run right there is accountable.
Walsh hits this one pretty well, right center field. Knight back to the track, back on the wall. He makes the catch. Was hit so high, and the wind is starting to blow out that way. Just couldn't get it out.
Yeah, the Eugene wind can be devastating. And that one almost helped Jacob Walsh. He wanted 2 on the day.
Six runs on 11 hits for the Ducks. They've got 2 homers today. 1 each from the top 2 on their all-time leaderboard. Here's Drew Smith, who's got a double today. That started things in the 2nd for Oregon. Runner on first, 2 down. First pitch. Smith takes a top of the zone slider, 0-1.
Just think about that swing from Neville. That was a golf club swing. Definitely been hit the driving range.
Hellman runs. He's going to have second base stolen. His first of the year.
That's smiles all around. And the dugout got excited. Dom Hellman, you don't see him steal many bases. But get him on the board. Get him in the books.
No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Smith. Ground ball to the left side. DiCarlo deep on a backhand. Throws off his back foot. It's not in time.
Everything just going right for Oregon this inning. And that's a hard play for DiCarlo to make, ranging to your right. Tried to throw on the 1 hop, but just not enough oomph on that throw down to first.
That'll send up Anson Arrows, who's 0 for 3 today after a 3-hit day yesterday. Smith on first, Hellman on third. Hellman still all smiles on the third base bag after a steal. That is his 2nd of the year, so excuse me on that one. First pitch to Arrows. Down low, outside, ball 1.
It's so fun to see Dom Hellman just in the field. I mean, he plays with so much joy, especially when you just got that stolen base and now you're standing on third. It's fun times.
Throw over to first. The Ducks are feasting on this Husky defensive alignment as a whole, because it's not just on the catchers. Obviously, that one from Hellman was not on the catcher Bauer at all. But Oregon now has stolen 2 bases today. Should have, excuse me. 1-0. Runner goes. Throw down to second. In time, right on cue. Bauer guns down Smith, trying to take second to end the inning.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Here is a 2-run lead against Jackson Hotchkiss. He tosses in a first pitch slider for strike 1. Hotchkiss 0 for 2 with a walk. Pair of strikeouts as well. He's now got 3 strikeouts in his 6 at-bats this series. 0-1. There's that sweeper again. Misses off the outside. 1-1. Final line for Cole Stokes. He was good. Just 2/3 of an inning, but he struck out a batter and got a fly out. Oregon pitching has allowed just 2 walks so far this series. 1 from Grinsell and 1 from Garcia. There's ball 2. Ducks lead 6-4 here in the 9th. Looking to make it 6 straight wins. Oregon already winners of 5 straight and 9 of its last 10. 2-1. Front door slider, 2-2.
He's really dotting up with that breaking ball. Going outside, inside, wherever he really wants.
2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Knight on deck. Here's the 2-2. Little bit outside with the sweeper. Hotchkiss thought about it, but read it well out of the hand.
Good full count from Hotchkiss. The freshman, he's had some good at-bats today. Definitely not showing his age.
3-2. Payoff. Strike 3 swinging. Hotchkiss picks up the hat trick.
Yeah, not a hat trick you want to have, but one he does. That was a good fastball from Maddox, just tails at the end of it, had some good life. And sat firm at 90.
Gotta bring up Malachi Knight, who's 0 for 3. He popped out to Jacob Walsh in the Oregon dugout in his last at-bat. First pitch. Knight takes a sweeper for strike 1. Oregon nesting a 2-run lead here in the 9th. Winners of 5 straight. Looking to go 18-8 in Big Ten play. 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Big swing and a miss at that one. 91, hardest pitch of Maddox's 8-pitch outing so far. If you get Malachi Knight on, he has some great speed. So the Huskies, this is an important one.
0-2. Way outside with the sweeper, 1-2.
Had 4 balls that, or has 3 that he can really tinker with, so not a bad pitch, just threw out there, see if he swings.
1-2. Half swing, sword, got him. Back-to-back strikeouts from Seth Maddox.
And that pitch, same as the last one. On that outside part of the zone and just that late life to it. Has that sinker-like action with the arm side run.
Here's Colton Bauer, the last chance for Washington. Started the Husky scoring back in the first. First pitch, and Bauer takes a little bit outside, ball 1. Oregon looking for its best start through 50 games since 2013. 1-0 is fouled back. Oregon right now with 36 wins. They've already tied their best record through 50 under Mark Wasikowski. Back in 2013, the Ducks went 39-11 through their first 50 games. So this has got a chance to be a special Duck team. 1-1 from Maddox. Tapped foul, strike 2.
Bauer just staying alive. 1 for 3 of that 2 RBI single in the first. Since then has been radio silent with a strikeout and a pop out to the shortstop.
The Oregon faithful on their feet. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Maddox, the 1-2. Hits him on the elbow. Little anticlimactic there. And the Huskies bring the tying run to the plate in the form of Trevor Cole.
Yeah, had the music going, had the crowd on their feet. Then just tapped him on the shoulder. Tried to go to that breaking ball front door. Just leaves it a bit.
Washington will send up a pinch hitter. It's Julian Sanders.
291 or 254 on the year. Last appearance versus UIC. He's a grad student.
So a veteran against a veteran. Transfer from Claremont McKenna. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. Sanders does have 2 homers this year. 1 against Portland, 1 against Seattle.
Like I said, veteran against veteran. Need a level head in this situation off the bench.
A ball and no strikes. The 1-0. Sanders takes strike 1. Maddox allowed 1 big home run against Portland. That came in the midweek just a couple weeks ago. In the 8th inning against Brady Bean, that gave Portland the lead. 1-1. Poked at. Shallow left center field. Neville in. It's going to be Maloney, the shortstop, and he makes the catch, and Oregon wins. 6 straight for Oregon, their best start through 50 games since 2013, and the Ducks are rolling.